Hello guys, so this is going to be a quick one. I just want to show you how to set up your camera, your phone camera, right, so you'll be able to start taking clear and crisp product pictures with your phone, because that is the first things, one of the first things you need to do before you start product photography. If you are new here, hi, my name is Simbi, also known as Simbi Props or Simbi herself. I am the first and the last person you will need to learn product photography. Yes, taking product pictures with your phone. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to my channel so you can keep up with the educational content I drop weekly. Yes, tap on the button that looks like this. Yeah, thank you. So now let's dive right into it. How to set up your phone camera settings properly so you'll be able to take clear and crisp product pictures. Let's go. The first things first, setting up your phone aspect ratio. The reason to do it, let me show you what it does. This part at the top here that shows 3:4. You tap on it, you can see various options. So it's best to leave it 3:4. The reason is when you take photos for Instagram, when you take photos for social media pages like Instagram, to be specific, you need to fix it to 3:4. The reason is if you put it to any other ratio, 3:4 or 1:1, of course. 3:4 or 1:1, those are the closest in the ratio of an Instagram. 1:1 is one of the ratios, picture ratio you can post on Instagram. 3:4 is close to the second picture aspect for Instagram, which is 4:5. So you can select that between 3:1. But my best advice is to put it on 3:4. Now you have it on 3:4, you can see that your picture frame would reduce or will be set to 3:4. So you can see my aspect frame is at 3:4. Now the settings, when you move on to settings, the next settings that you can put for your phone is when you tap on settings. This may look different for iOS because iOS your interface is designed different. I'll explain what you can do to see for the iOS in the description below. I'm going to put some explanations on what you do to change yours for iOS. It's just that in iOS does not have so many aspect ratios like Android. iOS has only 3:4 and 1:1. Of course, that is for the old iOS devices, but the new forms of iOS devices have added more aspect ratios, so you may see the rest of this in your phone. Like I said, leave it to 3:4 and move on to the settings of your camera here. You tap on the settings. There are two major things that you need to fix in the settings here. The first one is this part that says Auto HDR. Let me read out what it does for you. It makes your picture pop to capture more details in the bright and the dark areas of your shot. It means that if you turn it on, you're going to get sharper images. So I advise you turn it on in your camera settings for sharper shots. The next one is the grid lines. The grid lines here, you need to turn it on. Let me show you what it means. If I go back to this part, can you see some lines showing on my screen? Those grid lines are guidelines to show you where to place your props and where to place your product when you're taking pictures. So the design here is your product has to be, when you carry your phone up to take the shot, your product has to be at the intersection of this line, according to our forefathers in photography. your product has to be at the intersection of any of these lines. So let's say I'm shooting a glass cup, and I need to make sure that the cup is intersecting on one of these lines, and then maybe the props will be somewhere else around. Showing on the screen, of course, is an example of how you use it and how you come to understand the use of the grid lines. So those, in summary, the three major things you need to set is your auto HDR, your grid lines, and of course your aspect ratio here. You change it to 4:3 or 1:1, but leave it at 4:3 because that's the best size to go for when you're taking shots for your Instagram page. So that's it with the phone settings. Once you set up these settings, trust me, you'll be able to take clear and crisp shots. Now, another 2 extra tip to give you here that you will see in your phone. Remember, I have more experience with the Android phone. So, is to set focus and to increase exposure. Let me give an example. This is a mouse, and I'm trying to take a picture of the mouse. Setting focus means I'm tapping on the mouse so that my lens is focused on the mouse, and then I take the picture. Sometimes when you do not set focus, your images turn out blurry. So you have to set focus, tap on it, tap on the subject, tap on the product, wherever it is in the scene, tap on it, and then take your picture. Then another one is to set exposure. Sometimes when you're taking shots and your area is dark, and you still have set up lights, but your area is just dark through your phone, you set focus. You see this option that shows here, this bar that shows here with the minus and the plus signs. The minus and the plus signs here. You tap on set focus, drag off the plus sign. It makes the picture brighter, and then you take your shot immediately. So now let me show you the difference when I tap and take the shots. Here, I did not increase my exposure, but here I increased my exposure. You see how brighter this image is? So once you tap, increase exposure, your image gets brighter, and you take a picture. So those are my tips and ways to set your phone up for taking great product pictures. So there you have it. That is how you set up your phone camera settings to be able to take clear images with your mobile phone. So as usual, if you have any questions, please ask me in the comment section, and if you do have suggestions on the videos that I can make for you, please leave them in the comments. I would definitely reply. So until next time, until my next video, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Meanwhile, give this video a like if you learned something. Bye. Today, I'm going to show you how I transformed this image into this image, and also how I changed the background, of course. I would like to explain the process, the steps I took, the apps I used, and why.